What is up, YouTube? Brian here, back again with another video. And today I just wanted to go over I went to Omnia recently. I got a couple pickups, and the one I really want to talk about and kind of feature, and I haven't actually gotten this out on the water yet, but I'm just so excited about it that I really just want to make a quick video about it. And that is the new Shimano Curado 150 MGL. So there's a couple reasons I'm really excited about this reel. This is the Shimano reel I have been waiting for years, for a while at least, that it's finally a compact $200 Curado that has an MGL spool. So just to go back in history, I was really excited when the Curado Ks came out. So this is the 200 size Curado K, right? This is the workhorse reel, came out in 2017. When these came out, I was super excited. I bought into all the hype. I was like, oh, finally a big, badass workhorse Curado. So I jumped on these. I had 4 of them at one point. I have used the crap out of them. I'm only down to 1 left. So when I initially got them, love them. Super smooth on the Curado K. Look at that. This one's cleaned and lubed. Look at that. Stock bearings, stock everything on this. Great workhorse reels. Super easy to cast, really easy to maintain, big handles, very solid platform. Not a lot of wiggle and not a lot of jankiness going on in this reel, even though this thing has been beat on. 2 things I never really liked about the Curado K and why I kind of moved away from these. The tall body. This thing is not a big reel, like when you top down wise, but it's just super tall. It palms way bigger than it really is. And number 2, the weight. This thing is a big boy, especially when it's got a lot of line capacity and when it is spooled up. It's heavy, right? So over the years, I've just gotten into other stuff that I like better than these. So I've sold off most of my Curado Ks. I kept 1, and this is on my chatterbait rod, and this balances my medium heavy glass X Pride perfectly. So I still like these. There's a couple things I didn't like about them, just the height and weight. So I was like, when are they going to come out with a smaller, more compact version of this, hopefully with an MGL spool, because this doesn't have the MGL. If you want an MGL spool in the Shimano lineup, for a while you could only go up to the Aldebaran, the Bantam, the Metanium, and I think that's it. Oh, the Chronarch, right? So those are the ones you have to spend more money to get the MGL spool. Fair enough. So Shimano came out with the Curado 70. I got all excited. I'm like, okay, so they're coming out with a smaller version of the Curado, and it's got an MGL spool. Cool. They're light. Everything looks good. When you get them in hand, that 70 is so small. I just didn't like the size. I thought it was too small. Not enough line capacity. Cool reel. Seems really nice. Just didn't speak to me. I'm like, I don't know if I want to make the investment, right? The price point on the MGL 70 is good. Yeah, they're what? I forget the price point. I'm just looking on Tackle Warehouse real quick. I know it's like under $200, right? Anyway, point is, the 70 was cool. Not what I was looking for. I like the direction. Then the SLXs come out. XLX, they drop a 150. Not an MGL. Still cool. I like the size. I'm like, okay, this is the right size. I want a nice 150 with an MGL. Then they drop the 70 SLX with the MGL. I was like, oh, again, another 70 with MGL. Then I heard that they were coming out with a 150 Curado with an MGL spool. I got super excited. I saw the announcement. I saw they brought back the green, even though this is like a much darker green, but they brought back the green. They added the MGL. They even have a big handle option if you get the 8-speed reel. I was like, okay, at a $200 price point. Guess what? We got a true contender to go against the Daiwa Tatula SV, which has basically ruled the $200 price point since it came out, right? There's not been a great contender for this reel. So the Daiwa Tatula SV has that SV spool, good for throwing light baits, it's kind of an all-around spool, right? You can throw light crankbaits, you can dock skip, you can throw big heavy stuff, you can flip with this thing. It's just a great $200 all-around reel. A couple things I don't like about the Daiwa Tatula SV is as you use it, it's a very loud reel. Like the refinement in the Daiwa Tatula SV, when you compare it to like the Zillion or even the Steez A, it's just, this feels like a mass-produced kind of, the tolerances on the Daiwa Tatula platform kind of varies reel to reel. I have some ones that are like really noisy and I've used a lot that, I don't know if you can hear this, but knocks a lot. it just feels loose. Like when you break in the Daiwa Tatula SV and when you're holding the handles, the whole main shaft and the handle stems and everything just gets a little broken in and feels a little loose. Doesn't feel tight, right? The Shimano MGL 150, this thing feels like premium. Like I am shocked when I took this out of the box how solid this whole thing feels. This has the micro module gears. This thing just feels solid. I think it palms great. I threw it on a bunch of different rods. I threw it on NRX. I threw it on some Megabass rods. Palms great, feels great. It's very similar in size and profile to the Daiwa Tatula SV. It's a matte color instead of the shiny Tatula look. It's very sleek, a little more understated. It doesn't have that loud spider on the side of never really liked the whole spider thing. I'd rather they just take that off. But anyway, that being said, this ticked all the boxes of what I've been waiting for. A $200 Shimano reel that looks good, very light. This thing is 6.6 ounces, whereas the Daiwa Tatula is 6.7. So it's a smidge lighter than this, and in the hand, they feel kind of the same. I mean, they're pretty much are the same. But in the hand, the Curado 150, if you're a Shimano fanboy and you've been waiting for a kick butt $200 price point reel that has that MGL spool. So if you guys haven't used the MGL spool is the spool that is good for throwing light bait. So if you're throwing jerk baits, you're throwing balsa cranks, all those kinds of things, the MGL spool is the one you want. And the fact that they now have the MGL spool down in a 150 size reel at $200 that looks this good. I mean, this thing is beautiful. Oh, one of the things that tickles me about this reel is the thumb bar. Listen to this. The thumb bar on this thing thunks. Like, I could do this all day. It just chunks. I don't know. For some reason, I like that. I like that just tactile. I mean, it feels heavy duty. One of the downsides of this reel that I felt out of the box that I feel a lot with Shimano reels and is kind of known in like the reel nerd industry or fanboys, whatever, is that these are a little overgreased. I can tell just by handling this and spinning this a bunch that this thing could free flow a little better. I kind of want this, like this Curado. See how much that spins? See how smooth this is? And this thing's been cleaned and lubed a few times. Versus out of the box, the MGL. Not even close. So I just feel like this might have a little too much grease in it. I'm going to crack this thing open and maybe clean out some of this grease and re-grease this thing. So you don't have to do that. Out of the box, this thing's fine. Shimano is known for over-greasing their reels because they sell to big box. And so when these reels are sitting in the warehouses at like Bass Pro Academy, wherever, they're going to sit for a while. So Shimano is known for over-greasing their reels so that they can sit and not get dried out over time. And so if this reel sits in a case for 2 years and someone buys it and takes it out, it's going to be really smooth because it's got a lot of grease in it. So Daiwa is known for under-greasing their reels and being noisy out of the factory. Shimano is the opposite. They're known for being a little over-greased and probably could use a little quick cleaning and ungreasing to get maximum smoothness and performance. So anyway, that being said, I haven't actually gotten this out in the water. The other thing to note about this reel is that it does have six brakes on the Infinity braking system. So they added, usually these things have 4, so this is up to 6, so it's going to give you a lot of control. I have a feeling that throwing light baits on this reel is going to be excellent, like for throwing cranks, jerk baits, you know, Ned rigs, light stuff. So if you're throwing, if you want a reel that's going to be versatile, this for $200, this was the king. I mean, everyone bought these. These have been a hot seller. You can't go to a boat ramp where you don't see a Daiwa Tatula SV on someone's deck. Everybody's got these things. This is the new hotness. This is the new contender. I have a feeling this is going to be a hit. The problem is Shimano can't get these out. They announced this reel months ago. No one's had them in stock. And then when places do get them, they don't get that many. Omnia has them in stock right now. They got a small handful. The 8 gear ratio, the 8 speeds of these, which have the slightly bigger handle, are like, you can't find them. Nobody's got them. You can find the 6s and 7s. But so my message to Shimano would be, let's get these out there. I think it's going to be a good hit. If you're looking for that $200 price point reel workhorse that looks amazing and you're a Shimano fan, they hit a home run with this one, from what I can tell. I can't wait to get out on the water. We're iced up here in Minnesota, so I can't actually get out and use this reel. But I'm really excited about it, and I think you should be too. You know, I got the Metaniums. with the MGL. I have a Metanium. I'm sorry. I have the old Metaniums. I have the new Metanium. I have the Curados. I have the Curado 150. I don't have any SLXs. I think they're really cool. Great for the price point. I just don't really need them. But if you want to kind of step up from the SLX and get something that's super refined, really beautiful, MGL spool, right size, right price point, this is the winner, man. Hats off to Shimano. I think this is going to be great. I might get some more of these depending on how they perform. We'll see. I'm going to throw this bad boy on my one of my 873 NRXs and run with it in the spring, throwing whatever I want, jigs, Texas rigs, dragon stuff. So I'm going to put this thing through the paces and give some updates. But anyway, I'm just excited about this. I think it's fun to be excited about a product, especially something that has been a gap in Shimano's lineup for so long. They haven't had, if you want to get something this sized with the MGL spool, you had to step up to the Chronarch, which is like almost $300. So the fact that this is $70 less than the Chronarch, you're getting the MGL spool, and this is cheaper than the Curado K. The Curado K's, oh no, I'm sorry, a little more expensive than the Curado K. The Curado K's are $170. So you're spending a little more money to get that better spool. The spool weight is, I believe, pretty much the same amount of grams as the spool weight on the Curado 70. So if you're a Curado 70 user out there and you're throwing light baits on that Curado 70, you should pretty much get the same performance out of the 150 because these spools are basically the same grams, same weight. So the same bait size ranges you're throwing on the Curado 70 should definitely probably translate over to the 150 pretty well. So anyway, that's my video for today. I just wanted to give a quick update on picking this reel up and just my initial impressions and how much I like this thing. So I'm definitely not a Daiwa fanboy. I have a lot of Daiwa stuff. I like playing with a lot of reel companies. I like Luz. I like Daiwa. I like Shimano. You know, this is a good reel. So anyway, I hope you like the video, and if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know. Hit like, subscribe. I'll do some more. I don't do a lot of reel videos, but I need to. I have a lot of reels. I have a lot of thoughts on reels, so maybe I'll put some more of these videos up if everyone likes this. And if you've watched it this far, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.